trying to play that diagonal ball. That's probably the second time we've seen that diagonal ball looking to be played in this match. It hasn't worked both times, but you can see that Golden Lane they're trying to figure out how to spring that far side player in behind the defense. Ball's out for a throw in.
I feel it's probably a weakness in Titans game that Golden Lane is really trying to exploit, playing the diagonal ball.
It seems to be a bit of a strategy, isn't it?
Yeah.
We have a free kick now for Golden Lane. It's played in left foot in swinger, headed out by the defense. The ball gets to George, but George with a pass intercepted. No, it's with Harry. Harry, good little skill, being patient. Oh, it's a fantastic ball being played by Harry. And it's a great through ball on the defender. And it seems to be deemed a clean tackle.
That's a really solid tackle, Richard.
Taylor with the very important tackle. And it's a corner for Titans.
A really, really good tackle there. Otherwise, he would have been through on goal.
Exactly. It almost seems like they want to have it end-to-end action, but you can sense that they're trying to see exactly how to cause errors in the other opposing team. There's a corner driven a little bit short, and it's knocked out by the Golden Lane player, and it's corner again to Titans on the far side of the field. A very good crowd in attendance. This is what you get when you have a community league. The corner is played. It's played out by Harry to Richards. Richard plays it. He's looking for a 1-2 back, but he doesn't get it back. Golden Lane wins it, and it's one back by Titans. Titans with the ball and the shot, and it goes just wide. That shot looked like it came from young Quincy Winchester. I believe he's playing defensive midfield. Seems to have a little bit of a license to go forward. Very skillful player. He was able to get through the defense quite well.
Yeah, really aggressive and explosive player. Kind of like his style of play.
And the goal kick came out, but it wasn't a very good goal kick. And the ball's with Matthews. Matthews almost had a breakaway, but again, the defender came across. But the defender for Golden Lane would have played it off of Matthews, and it's a goal kick to Golden Lane. Richardson playing that ball up. And Golden Lane wins it. It's in a very dangerous position right here. Ball was with Sebro. Titans seem a little bit pressured there. Ball's with Sebro again from the throw-in. It's a good crossing. Daniel Richards with the header. Richardson has the ball. He's looking to play it through the gap. No. And Winchester plays it. It's a fantastic ball. Is the goalkeeper going to get there? He doesn't get there. But the referee calls a goal kick. Some persons may look at that and say and have a question for the referee, but based on the angle that we are at, Matthews went for the ball. The goalkeeper put him under pressure, and he just wasn't able to convert. There's a goal kick. It gets to the number 7, Balfour holding up the ball. Gets to the number 16, Richardson plays it to Taylor. Taylor gets it, spreads it out to Sebro. Sebro looking for an opportunity to cross. It's off of and we have the throw-in for Titans. The defender on this side with the ball, Levi Trim. Very good player from the Bonaccord area. Represented Goodwood Secondary School quite well when he played. Adriel George with the ball. He's tripped up by the number 4 for Golden Lane, Joseph. And it's a free kick just inside the Golden Lane half. To be taken by Braffett. Braffett plays it to Trim. Trim. He gets a cross in. The ball is cleared out by Golden Lane. Only as far to Richards. Winchester tried to get it, but this is dangerous. This is dangerous. They're looking for the opportunity to spring the pass, but not a very good pass. Intercepted by Braffett. Braffett plays this ball across to Arthur. Arthur muscled off the ball a little bit. And there is Braffett to clean up. Ball's played into Richards. Richards plays the ball out to his left fullback. And it's intercepted by Golden Lane. And it's a throw to Titans.
Yeah, the game beginning to settle in right now. About how much minutes of play?
Maybe about 10, 12 minutes of play so far.
No dominant team as yet. They're still trying to figure out each other's game and settle in.
You could see Titans actually trying to utilize the little pep in their step to create some movement off the ball and force Golden Lane to actually play catch up. And Golden Lane is actually trying to spring the counter attack as much as they could possibly spring it. Ball's with Sebro. Sebro looks up, swings that ball to the left of the field. Trim under pressure.
I guess again, as I said, Richard, Titans really beating Golden Lane for legs right now.
But we wonder how the experience of Golden Lane players will play into this match as it goes along. Balls with number 19. And cleared out. Balls with Taylor. Taylor plays it to the number 4 for Golden Lane, who plays a bit of a straight pass. Balls with Trim. Trim plays it to George. Back to Trim. Trim under pressure by Sebro. And it's a foul. The referee gives a foul just on the edge of the field in the Titans half.
Not a bad delivery.
That's a very good take. Oh, this could be trouble. Matthews looking for an opportunity. He has to come back out. Very crowded inside the Golden Lane, making sure not to give. And this is dangerous. Oh, it's going to happen here. Is it? It's a goal. It's a goal. It's a goal. It's a goal. Jaheim Harry with the shot. Well worked. Well orchestrated. They worked the ball out of pressure, swung the ball around, caught Golden Lane, stretched, and Jaheim Harry with the fantastic left foot shot in the bottom corner, far corner, 1-0 Jarek Titans.
Yes, Goddard, it must be mentioned that Harry also finished that on his weaker side. A quite good finish for his weaker side. Very
good finish by Harry. And something you might not know about Harry. Harry was actually called into the national futsal program before COVID pretty much put everything on pause. He was called in to the national senior team in training. So we know Harry has some talent. But the ball's with Golden Lane right now with the number 9, Quash. Quash looking for an opportunity. He still has the ball. Playing that diagonal ball again. Golden Lane looking for that diagonal ball. It's a difficult ball to play, but here we go. Matthews being sprung by Winchester. Matthews taking the ball down the line, looking to go against the defender. Plays it inside. What's going to happen here? Winchester, and the ball is played out, and ooh! Harry again.
He's really in the groove.
Harry's looking for it. He seems to be hungry for scoring some goals this evening. Golden Lane, and this is something we talked about already, Golden Lane trying to play that diagonal ball more than once, and they just haven't been able to do it. And this time, Titans literally went on a quick counter attack and almost scored their second goal in the last 3 minutes. But they've won a throw in on the far side, almost half the field.
Titans is really good at playing on the counter, Richard. I think that is one of the best parts about their game.
And they have the youthful legs for it. But we could see Golden Lane trying to work that ball. Oh, this could be trouble. This could be trouble, but the goalkeeper comes out. Goalkeeper did very well. He read the play. I think Golden Lane seems to be a little bit shell-shocked. They seem to not necessarily recognize that their youthful exuberance, Titans' youthful exuberance, does absolutely means that they can play.
Yeah, Golden Lane still yet to settle into the match. Ooh.
And that's a foul. That's a foul. It's a foul against Harry. I think Golden Lane actually has to take into account where Harry is all the time. He's shown himself to be a very dangerous player. If they're not taking him into account, Golden Lane could be in for a very, very long evening.
Yeah, really want the players to watch for this match.
And he takes a shot. Wow, a very maybe a little bit too much excitement for Harry there. He takes a shot from well over 30 meters, and it's definitely off target. And it's a goal kick for Golden Lane.
Yeah, it's also good to see players play with confidence, you know. The shot didn't come off as he wanted it to, but he had the confidence to hit it.
The only goal of the match so far, scored by number 11, Jaime Harry. I think Adriel George would have given him the assist on that one. Balls with Taylor. Taylor plays it back and the ball gets to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper looks up, tries to play it long to Sebro. And Braffett with the challenge. Balls with Richardson. Richardson plays it on the far side to the number 5. He played it to Archer. Golden Lane with the ball. Tries again to play that little diagonal ball in, but it's not working. And the ball's with Matthews, intercepted. Taylor has it. They play it, and Sebro has it. Oh, this could be dangerous. This could be dangerous. No, nope, not dangerous.
Oh, Quash missed kick there.
But they've won the ball back. They've won the ball back in a dangerous area. Looking for opportunity. No, but the ball's with George. George has been fouled by Richardson. And it's a free kick to Titans.
A player I was really looking forward to seeing starting this game today, Richard, is a player for Golden Lane, TJ KDs.
Maybe there's a little surprise in the Golden Lane strategy with that player. And the free kick's taken but intercepted by Golden Lane. Sebro has it, but he's lost it to Richards. The ball's with Trim. Trim plays it to Winchester. Winchester tackled and loses out in the tackle. Ball's with Sebro. And number 7 is looking for that again, that little diagonal ball. They're not getting that ball through every time they try to play it.
I feel it's becoming quite evident right now that they're kind of forcing that diagonal pass. I feel they need to keep it a little bit more to draw in the team and then try to play the outlet pass.
Yeah, I think so myself. I think they've been trying it so often during the course of the match. The back line of the Titans have picked them up very, very well and really haven't allowed them the opportunity to even get behind them. Even to try to play the pass behind them, it's just not working out.
Yeah, Titans playing really, really compact at the back.
But now we have a corner for Golden Lane. Being taken by Sebro. You see big number 8 Taylor up there. And it's Taylor with the header. And the shot goes over the crossbar. Shot by Balfour. I think
this is the aerial threat I was talking about.
Exactly.
With Golden Lane.
Yeah,
Titans have to look out for that.
Titans, they weren't able to deal with that at all. Taylor almost got a free header. If Titans wants to make sure to keep Golden Lane in check, they'll have to keep these set players to a minimum. Or even if they have to keep them to a minimum, don't foul anywhere within the 30-meter range of their defensive third.
Yeah, and Taylor, one of the older guys on the field right now and looking really dominant. Still in his old age.
Taylor would have played, I think, if I'm correct, he would have played in the 1996-95 Intercol final, that Signal Hill, 1996 Intercol final that Signal Hill would have won.
Well, look at that, years before I was dreaming to born.
I would have played with him at a point in time as well. Dangerous pass, but well won. And the ball is played again. Seabro is making this run. I think Seabro has to become a little bit more involved in some of his penetrating runs. You can see that anytime he makes that run, the Titans defense is making sure to keep tabs on him all the time. Yeah, that ball went out for a goal kick.
I think Seabro is the link up between the midfield and the attack right now. And he's the way forward for Golden Lane.
Ball won by Taylor, won back by Adriel. George plays it to Matthews. Matthews keeps it in.
Heavy touch.
And looking to work himself through. Still has the ball. Balls to George. George with the shot, with the deflection, and it goes for a corner. Sheldon Matthews, former Bishop's High School student, now going to Scarborough Secondary School, showing his maturity, doing very well. On that right side. He seems to be causing the Golden Lane FC quite a bit of problems with his pace and his skill.
Yeah, Sheldon is really the outlet pass for Titans right now.
Corner by Harry, and the header by the number 17, Arthur.
It's going out for a goal kick.
Yes, going for a goal kick. But so far, you have to say Titans has the control of the flow of the game. That's a very good ball in to George. George with a beautiful slip pass to Matthews. Matthews tries to play it and doesn't come off very well. Referee calls goal kick.
Yeah, not the best of crosses there. Matthews himself knows that he can do better than that.
And again, the ball's given away by Golden Lane in the middle of the field. They'll need to do a little bit more to keep possession of the ball and to force the Strike Titans to work a little bit more.
Taylor goes on a run.
Well, maybe he has to do that in order to get the team to function a little bit better. He actually has to take up that slack. And, dangerous. Ooh. Arthur comes in, sneaks in and takes the ball away. And it's a throw-in. A little bit of physical play there, but that's okay. I mean, this is football. It's a contact sport. And it's a throw-in to Golden Lane FC. Titans still with the lead after I believe it's a 12th minute goal by Jaheim Harry. That's good control shown by the number 7, Balfour. And
just a heavy touch there by Taylor.
Yeah, but you can see Taylor. If Taylor goes on one of those galloping runs, you can almost sense that Titans are a little bit concerned by the fact that, you know, he's going to use his speed, his experience, and his size to make it difficult to stop him.
Yeah, as a defender, Taylor, he looked like one of the more creative defenders, going on bit of runs, creating play, and
there he is, intercepting the play again.
Yeah, looking really outstanding.
And this is good play to Balfour. Quash. And now the ball's with Balfour. Balfour looking for that left-footed shot. Doesn't come up. Well defended by Titans. Arthur plays this one high and long, forcing George to give chase. And it's a good challenge there by the number 16, Richardson. Matthews very strong on the ball right there. Plays it up, plays it out. And it's intercepted, lost. Richardson. Titans are busy. They're very busy on the field, looking for any opportunity. And the ball gets to George. A very important tackle by Taylor. And Golden Lane looking to get forward. And that's a very, very important, very interesting ball. And again, that diagonal ball that's not working for Golden Lane FC, that has not worked for them for the entire match so far, for this entire first half.
They probably need to change their style of play.
Well, maybe their coach is going to have a chat with them at halftime, or maybe during the course of this half. That's a very good ball in. And Arthur, what a miss.
Oh dear, Richard. Head in hands moment for Arthur.
An unbelievable miss. A fantastic cross played in
by Harry.
And again, Harry with the cross. And that should have been in the back of the net.
Yeah,
he had the entire goal at his mercy.
Yeah, Arthur just didn't get over that header. If he didn't get over that one, surely would have gone in.
We wonder if Titans will rue that miss later in the match. But the game continues. Balls with number 12, Burnett. Plays it to Richards. Richards plays it to Harry. Harry again with that cross with the left foot. And it's, what a save! And it's a goal! It's a goal!
Yeah, Titans looking at Shred ever since the game started. And I think they really deserve that goal, because the way how they've been playing, they've really been on the front foot all the time and just first to the ball, really. Quite sloppy defending by Golden Lane.
And strangely enough, Harry would have made that cross from the same side. The first cross was in the air, the one that Arthur put over the crossbar. But this second one was driven along the ground, and they forced the defenders, they forced everybody to challenge, and goalkeeper made a fantastic save. But Shillan Matthews did exactly what he's supposed to do, coming on from the last post. And, interesting ball, and well done by the goalkeeper. He throws it out, and the ball's with number 7, Balfour. Balfour looking, and the ball goes out for a throw. Richardson in a good battle with George, but he won the free kick. Sebro gets past one.
Great tackle by Winchester.
Winchester doing incredible work, making sure Sebro has to go through multiple players, multiple challenges. And Adriel George with the ball. And he's tackled. That's a very, very, very harsh tackle. Referee does not give a card, but I'm fairly certain he gave a little bit of a warning there.
Yeah, quite gruesome tackle there.
Titans 2, Golden Lane 0. You are watching the MORIAH Community Builders League, Village League Football Tournament Finals, men's final. Ball headed by number 17, KDs. Is now with Arthur. Arthur looking for an opportunity. He's trying to create some space for himself. He's now in front of Taylor, and Taylor, being Taylor, forces Arthur to kick the ball wide and for a goal kick to Golden Lane.
I think now the Titans players didn't render support to Arthur. They're over on the wide right side. If you had options, don't think you'll have made that decision.
Well, normally Matthews would have been out on this side, but I think he may have pushed himself inside to give a bit more support, and because of that there was no one else on the outside to lend some support to Arthur. But Titans definitely in the driver's seat for this final. Up 2-0, goals by Harry and Matthews. Ball headed by number 4, Rodney. And it's now with Golden Lane. Golden Lane plays it they play it to Richardson. Richardson plays it to Quash. Quash looking, gets the ball to the number 11, Quashy. And the referee gives a free kick, I believe. Yes, it's a free kick to be taken by Sebro. Golden Lane needs to have something. They need to put something on the board, or else this is going to be
a really good cross.
A massacre. And the goalkeeper does very well to get that ball. He punches out on the ball back with Quashi. Quashi looking for the opportunity to play that cross. And again, Titans are seeing this thing from almost a mile away. Every time Golden Lane tries to play this diagonal pass, especially from their left side across diagonal to the right behind the Titans back line, Titans are aware. They have seen it. They know what they're doing. They've literally almost cancelled out anything that could come from that diagonal ball. Ball's with Richards. Richards plays it, gets to Arthur. Arthur was intercepted
by Archer.
And that's a very good header to Winchester. Winchester is looking for the pass, but he plays it a little bit short. And the ball's with Richardson. Richardson plays it to Quash. Quash looking for that diagonal ball again, and almost got through this time. And it's a tough turn. Ball played back in. Ball's with Winchester. Winchester gets this ball, plays it to Arthur. Arthur tried the flick pass, it didn't go through. Again, the ball's with Winchester. Winchester takes his time this time and plays it to Trim. Trim plays it to Matthews. Matthews runs into the man Taylor. Taylor with the interception. It's a throw-in for Titans. Throw-in goes to George. George loses it to Richardson, who plays it to Sebro. Sebro. And the ball is lost. Winchester with a interesting ball. And the ball's with Wash, no? And it's a throw-in for Titans. Titans really turning on the screws in this first half.
Yeah, Titans looking very dominant on the front foot.
Matthews gets past his defender, and it was a fantastic turn. Gets past the defender, and he gets a free kick in an interesting area. Maybe about 20-25 meters from the goal.
I wonder who will take this free kick.
I'm fairly certain a lot of the Titans players are very confident that they could take this free kick.
Yeah, I bet. A lot of them will fancy themselves, but the two behind it right now is Winchester and Harry.
And we already seen Harry's exploits
In the dead ball situation.
and Winchester takes it and strikes it straight into the wall, but the ball goes to Trim trying to go through the defense. He doesn't get through, and it's again a throw in for Titans.
Winchester looked like if he went for a Ronaldo type free kick. Quite a bit of try movement on the ball.
And there's a throw in, and the ball's with Harry. Harry being strong in the ball, is being tackled by two players, but he won the ball back. Still has the ball in. And the referee says it's I believe the referee says it's a goal kick. Exciting football action here at the MORIAH recreational facility. Golden Lane trying to put some passes together in the center of the field, but they're being outnumbered and quite frankly outplayed in the middle. Good composure. It's some good skill there, and it's a foul. Yes, it's a foul. And Winchester trying to play the quick free kick, but overhits it. Was with the goalkeeper for Golden Lane, Siri. I'm fairly certain if we had tracking TSL, if we had player tracking on I'm fairly certain if we had player tracking, you would actually see that Titans have literally taken the midfield and forced Golden Lane into lots of problems, and that's a ball from way out, and Matthews has it. Matthews looks to go past one, he doesn't get past the defender. I think it's a wasted opportunity there by Matthews. It was a fantastic ball. In fact, you can almost watch and say that Titans used Golden Lane's tactics against themselves, and it actually almost worked out.
Yeah, you can really see Titans really exploiting Golden Lane tactics against them.
Interesting development. I wonder how Golden Lane is going to counteract that one. And the ball's with Harry. Harry plays a pass, but it doesn't get to its intended destination, but he wins it back. That's very good work by Jaime Harry. He's going against Taylor, a very difficult defender, but he's done well. And the referee was looking to call a free kick, but he decided against it. Ball's with Richards. Well done, good work there by the Golden Lane player, Balfour. Balfour looking to play that pass through, but is not. This could be trouble. Ooh.
A clearance almost turned into a goal.
Well, that would have probably sent the crowd crazy. Braffett just simply kicked one straight out of his half. And wow.
Braffett going for a Wayne Rooney-esque.
Wow. Golden Lane living dangerously if the ball's in their half and if the ball's in the opposition's half. Trim
just protecting his ball there.
Did very well there. That's a good clearance there. And the ball's with Arthur. Arthur picks it up. And the defender for Golden Lane wins it. Richardson, he tried to play that pass in to the number 7, Balfour, and the pass just wasn't good enough. But Golden Lane wins it back. Ball's with Sebro. Sebro with a good turn. Looking to exploit the space. It's well intercepted again. And the shot
by Balfour on his weaker side.
Coming in from Balfour, but the goalkeeper for Titans,
Kareem, really?
Mr. Warner, Kareem Warner, did very, very well holding on to that shot. Header won by Taylor. And this could be trouble. Arthur with a goal! This is becoming a rout, and this is just the first half.
Another assist for Agel George. Great finish by Arthur, but even better pass by Agel.
Arthur made up for that miss he had a little bit earlier. I think that the miss before Harry scored his goal. Very, very comfortable finish. Golden Lane in all sorts of trouble in this first half. Titans 3, Golden Lane 0.
Neat composed finish by Arthur there. Daniel Richards will be really proud of his team as team captain right now. Titans looking really dominant on the front foot.
This has literally been a lesson in football. This has been a lesson by the Titans in football here at the MORIAH Recreational Grounds. 3-0 against a very experienced Golden Lane FC team. And we seem to have a substitution. Javon Quash is coming off, and the number 14, Tekiel Mahabal, has come on in his place. And that's the halftime whistle. What a half by Jarek Titans. They came out, they put the ball on the ground. They had Golden Lane in all sorts of trouble during the first half. An early goal from Jaim Harry with the assist by Adriel George. And that pretty much started what really and truly has been an absolute onslaught by Titans on Golden Lane. 3-0. 3-0. Did you expect this to be the score at halftime?
I honestly thought the game would have been closer. But the interesting fact is that Titans' entire front line has scored within the three strikers, Arthur, Matthews, and Harry.
Impressive stats by the three strikers for Titans. And they've been led very, very well by Richards. Richards has literally been kind of pulling the strings of the team. You know, when to slow them down, when to pick up the pace. He's strong on the ball. He's not bumped off very easily. He's confident. His passes are pretty accurate. He's really and truly, he's shown himself to be the glue that's holding this team together.
Yeah, Richards really controls the game and makes it easier for his teammates to play. Doesn't really get all the glory all the time because he doesn't score a lot, but in controlling the game and playing simple and just doing what you need to do in your role and position, he really does that well.
All right, so we're going to take a little bit of a break. We're going to come back in a short bit. The score, Jarek Titans 3, Golden Lane FC 0. This is the men's final of the MORIAH Community Builders Village League for 2020. Slightly delayed due to the COVID situation, but the final has taken place. And just a little bit of a reminder from earlier, Eastside Wildcats won against Tobago Chicas 2-0 in the women's final. So again, congratulations to Eastside Wildcats. We'll take a break and we'll come back shortly. This is football at the MORIAH Recreational Ground, the final of the men's, the MORIAH Community Builders League.
cigarette smoke, irritate me eyes. Cause you know how me born me weak, you get wise. Okay, heroin, morphine, drugs. Cancer is the plant from the father up above. So don't make your cigarette smoke, irritate me eyes. Cause you know how me born me weak, you get wise. Okay, heroin, morphine, drugs. Who next? Which one dare to perplex? From the waistline, them nothing.
And we're back. Halftime is almost over. We're about ready to start. Golden Lane, they have a hole to dig themselves out of. 3-0 down at halftime. They've already made one substitution late in the first half. Number 9 Quash having to come off due what seems to be a foot injury.
And if you look on the touchline there, you'll see TJKD's looking to enter the field along with
KD's and Gardner coming on.
They both scored in the semi-final against Maus.
And the substitutions look like Archer and Joseph. Archer and Joseph seem to be the ones that are off. And Gardner and KD's are on. Titans go back on the field, no change. Well, we would have expected that. They are up 3-0. Trying to figure out exactly what Golden Lane will do in this half. They have to find a way to nullify the strength of Titans. The midfield, that midfield three with George kind of sitting in just a little bit behind Arthur. The midfield three of George, Richards, and Winchester. They have really put Golden Lane FC to the sword. What are they going to do in this half? And Titans kicks it off. And they play the ball all the way around. The ball gets to Braffett. Braffett plays the ball to the number 12, Burnett. And, oh, this is dangerous. Already. Is it going to... And the shot. What? Braffett. Seems like Braffett just came out of nowhere.
That's an outstanding block by Braffett there.
Wow. Well, if Golden Lane didn't realize it, they also have to get past the entire back line. And the back line for Titans have been playing incredibly well for this entire match so far.
Yeah, they're playing really tight and compact in the back. Really taking no prisoners.
Balls with Richardson for Golden Lane. He plays it to... I can't see the number from across here, but it's Golden Lane ball. Seems to be a throw-in. And it's with number 11. And they've lost it. And the ball played out by George. George looking to spring Arthur, but Arthur was shadowed by 3 defenders.
Actually, it was Matthews' children.
Matthews. And the header out by KD's. KD's putting the ball out for a throw. The action is right here in Moriah. Moriah Community Builders Village League Tournament. Golden Lane versus Jarrick Titans. And that's a fantastic ball, is it? And ooh, it's the first time, admittedly, this is the first time that diagonal pass by Golden Lane has actually almost bore some fruit.
Yeah. Created a great chance there. Unlucky not to score.
The number 20, Joseph, with the opportunity, putting it just wide. And the same number 20, Joseph, puts in a tackle on Harry. Harry Harry at this point in time could be one of the considerations for man of the match, but I know this is very early into the second half, but he has played an incredible role in everything going forward so far. Braffett with the free kick. Looking
Deep one.
very diagonal. Balls with Matthews. Matthews being put under pressure. Winchester gets it. He plays it. Balls won. And they play a nice little 1-2 combination on the far side. Really working on the far side. Trying to get the cross. And it's a shot. And well blocked. And again, Harry wins it. Harry looks.
Is caught out of possession.
What is going to happen here? And he takes a shot and he puts it just over the crossbar.
Titans looking such a threat, just as they did in the first half.
Constantly being nippy, constantly getting in the middle of things. That midfield three, Winchester doing some serious work. He misses a tackle, he loses a tackle, he gets back there. He's constantly buzzing around those midfielders for Golden Lane. They're not making it easy, Titans. They're not making it easy on Golden Lane at all. Oh, but this is dangerous. This is trouble. And the shot is in. And it's gone wide. But it seems to be a save. That is a save.
Warner got fingertip state.
Warner got just a bit. That seemed to be going in the far corner and he got a touch. The cross comes in from Sebro. Taylor looked for the header. A whiff on that shot. And the ball is still on the far side. Is now for a corner on the far side. Taylor stays up. Sebro is going to take the corner. Titans living a little bit dangerously. They don't want Golden Lane to find a spark. That could have been the goal to literally change him out. But Warner made a great save. Sebro with the cross, and Warner with the save, punched it out, and the referee calls a foul against the number 2 for Titans, Gardner. Braffett with the kick up the field. There's Taylor winning the header. Winchester losing it out to Taylor. And here we go again. And this could be trouble. Warner, unfortunately, isn't able to keep it in, and it's a corner again. Golden Lane seem to have picked up the pace on the second half. They seem to be working a little bit harder to try to get Titans having to defend a bit more. And it's a foul on the corner.
I don't know what Golden Lane coach told them during the halftime break, but it really seemed to work.
Yeah, they've come close on at least 2 different occasions. One needing a fantastic fingertip save. Oh, but this is dangerous. The kick didn't go very well. And the opportunity for the shot. And it's a save by the goalkeeper again.
Titans really soaking up a lot of pressure right now.
Sebro gets and he's unable to get around the Titans defender, and it goes for a corner. But my goodness. Well, when the Titans needed their goalkeeper, they've had him at the ready. He's pretty much been the person that's holding the team, holding Golden Lane back a bit. And there's a foul. Again, this is the second foul that Golden Lane have committed on a corner. You really don't want to have to lose opportunities when there's almost seemingly so few and far in between. Balls with Taylor. Taylor turns around. He's looking for opportunity to play a pass. He gets it wide and again they've lost it in the middle of the park. Arthur looking to spring that pass, and it could be on. Nope, the defender for Golden Lane just in the nick of time. Richardson doing some very, very, very hard work in the middle of the park. Plays it wide to the number 14. Mahabal Mahabal plays it to KDs. KDs has this ball. It's a good cross. Raffet gets it and it's cleared out by George. And that's a very, very tough tackle by the Golden Lane defender. Sebro gets it, plays it wide to the opposite side. Balls with Taylor, Richardson. Playing that pass. He's gotten to KD's. KD's looking for the opportunity, but he takes a shot and it goes well over the crossbar. And it's a goal kick.
Yeah, that was a really good ball played out there by Richardson.
It seems as though the injection, especially of KD's, has kind of changed a bit of the play. He seems to be a little bit more nippy. He's willing to maybe try to get behind the defense a little bit more. He seems to be working a lot harder. He's stretching the defense just a little bit more, maybe creating a little bit more room in the midfield.
Yeah, and he's a quite mobile player too, making a lot of runs off the ball and creating space for other players also. And it hurt shots.
And Richards lost possession of the ball there. And Braffett comes across, puts it out in touch. It's a throw-in for Golden Lane. But the Golden Lane kind of taking their time to get up the field as though they're setting up a play. I think just a little bit more urgency in their play. And there's a throw-in, goes to KD's, I believe. KD's looking for opportunity to cross, being nimble on his feet. Cross with his left foot. And there's a tackle again. But Harry gets the ball. He's looking around for that ball, that diagonal ball. Now being played by Titans, seemingly quite a bit. As almost if to say, Golden Lane, you can't do it, but we can. And the ball goes out from Trim. It's a throw-in to Golden Lane. About 10 minutes into the second half. And Golden Lane, they're knocking at the door a little bit, trying to figure out a way to get through. And that's a very, very, very good pass. And Arthur battling up front. He's by himself. Oh, but this could be trouble. And there's another very important tackle by the Golden Lane defender, the number 13, Carrington, captain. And they're still trying to figure it out. They're still trying to penetrate this Titans defense. George wins the ball, gets it to Harry. Harry, very deceptive. That's a very good run by Winchester. But he ran over the ball, ran past the ball. But his work rate, yes, again, his work rate. Quincy Winchester, that work rate. You can't fault him. You can't fault him for that work rate.
Yeah, he works really hard in the midfield, driving at players, making off the ball runs, and just a natural part of his game, and makes him look really outstanding on the field.
Seeming a little bit of ping pong being played with the ball. Ball gets to Harry, tackled by Taylor. Taylor just that solid rock in the middle of the park. Defensive midfield role. Goalkeeper tries to play the ball out, gets to Winchester. Winchester loses possession of the ball, looks at the referee. Referee says play on. And the ball gets to the number 14, Mahabal looking, trying to see if he could get around the defender. He's done well. It's a good battle down in the corner there, but he's lost out. And that's a very good turn by the Golden Lane player. Plays it to Taylor. Taylor looking for the 1-2. He's looking. And that ball is getting played wide to Joseph. Joseph looking for the cross, but he plays it well, long and high. And another opportunity gone for Golden Lane.
You could see the disappointment in the Golden Lane players. They expected a better cross than that. But they really built something there, and they was looking for a ball to finish.
And it again kind of started with Taylor making one of those very, very, very long, hard, penetrating runs through the middle of the park, working really hard to try to get something going for Golden Lane. Seabrook controls the ball, plays it wide to, and the ball's with Kwashi lost that ball. Winchester plays that ball down the line, and that's a very, very hard run down there by the Titans player, and it's a corner. Great work done by the Titans number 3, Levi Trim, on that overlapping run, forcing Golden Lane again into a very, very difficult defending position. Titans have literally utilized as much of the field as they possibly could utilize and forced Golden Lane into having to defend more spaces than they figure they should be. Again, it's a corner.
Winchester went for the low drive on the near post. Now he plays it short.
And there the ball goes long. And this could be, and the goalkeeper did well. The goalkeeper did well. It's a short kick. You don't see those kinds of kicks very often. And that's a handball.
Yeah, quite non-conventional style of kicking.
And another tackle put in there by the number 12 Burnett. And Seabro is working hard, and the ball is cleared out, and it's a throw-in deep in the half of Golden Lane, and Golden Lane seems to be getting ready to make a substitution. The number 3, Dion Thomas, will be coming on, and the number 11, Jeremy Kwashi, is off.
Yeah, he didn't have the best of games, Jeremy.
Yeah,
I've seen him play better than that.
He's had a lot of work to do in this match. Titans have really made it difficult for Golden Lane to even string, about 5 or 6 passes together. Just made it really difficult. And the ball is with Mahabir. Oh, he's done well to get inside, but he's lost control of the ball. Richards has the ball. And the ball is played to George. George cuts across to his right. He's looking for an opportunity to play a pass. Where is it going to be? The ball gets to Trim. Trim on that overlapping run. And he plays a very deep cross, but very, very high and behind the goal. It's a goal kick. The football here has been fantastic to the viewers online. You can't be here, but Tobago Sports Live absolutely appreciates you, the viewer. You all have given TSL a platform by which it could serve the community, the island of Tobago, the community abroad, and many, many, many other persons who are interested in sport on the island.
Quincy took a bit of a blow there.
Yeah, he got a pretty hard tackle there. It seems, I think he seemed to maybe kind of hyperextend his knee a little bit. If Winchester had to come off, that would change a bit of the dynamics of the Titans midfield. They won't have the same busy, energetic, tough tackling, hard-working type player. They would have to figure out exactly who's going to fill that role.
Nasty tackle.
Well, I don't think the referee called a foul. And we see Winchester
He's back on his feet.
getting up.
But I think his day is done.
We're in about the 17th minute of the match. 3-0 Titans leads Golden Lane. Golden Lane still trying to figure out a way to get past, if not the defenders, the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper for Titans has come through absolutely when they needed him. And it's a throw-in to Golden Lane, throw-in to be taken by Joseph. And that's a header out, but just on top of the box. And Sebo tries a shot. It doesn't get through. And it's with the goalkeeper, Siri. Siri plays it out to the number 13, Carrington, the captain. And now it's with the number 2, Gardner. Gardner battling against Matthews. Matthews with good pressure there. Daniel Richards plays this ball to George. George plays it wide to Arthur. Arthur, and he's in an offside position. George doing the work, getting back. Sebro has Sebro under pressure. It's a foul. Nineteenth minute of play. Joseph looking to take the free kick. And we can see Titans looking to make a substitution. I believe Wahid is going to come on, probably for Winchester. And the ball's out for a throw to Titans. So they're going to make this substitution now, I believe. Wahid coming on for Quincy Winchester. They seem to be pushing Wahid further up the field, maybe to play. He seems to be coming across to this left side of, and that's pretty much, I think, why they actually put him out here. He's very quick and very tenacious, not afraid to put in a challenge. Known more as a central defender in secondary schools football. He's being given an opportunity to actually push forward, something that's a little bit different.
Yeah, why he not usually deployed so far up the pitch. Usually seen him in the centre half position, but look like he could more one of those players who could play all wrong.
Yeah, I've known him to play right back and left full back at times. I think I've seen him play right wing and left winger also. So, very versatile player. He definitely could add something to the front line here in terms of pace. It's a throw in. And Richardson with the challenge. George gets it. He plays it wide to Burnett, and it's a throw in. Ball came off Golden Lane player. It's a throw in to Titans. That's a very good throw in. Ooh, who's on the back post? No one's on the back post. Matthews got there a little bit late and the ball's out with Mahabal. Mahabal using his pace, trying to get down the line. And it's intercepted, but it's a foul. Right now, I'm not sure what Golden Lane really and truly could do. They gave a push early in the second half, and they had opportunities, but the goalkeeper for Titans, Warner, came up big, especially with that fingertip save.
Yeah, Golden Lane really, not to say that they can't come back, but they really gave away the game early in the first half. They've showed signs in the second half, like they want to play with some purpose and try to come back. But it's just not coming for them right now at the moment.
And that one would go out, and it's a goal kick. Titans in full control of this MORIAH Community Builders League final. 3-0 with goals from Harry,
Arthur
and Matthews. Matthews, I think, would have gotten the second goal. Arthur would have gotten the third. And he's looking for the shot. Ooh, good save. And good save again.
Yeah, solid hands by Kareem.
Warner again. Keeping the score at 3-0.
The player took the shot and he saved the first shot and calmly collected the rebound.
I'm wondering if Golden Lane are looking at themselves thinking, okay, what are we going to do? We got past everybody else. We just can't get past the goalkeeper. Warner having a very, very good match so far, especially second half.
Yeah, Warner having the game of his life.
And ball's kicked out long. It seems to be, and it's gone out of bounds. And it's a Golden Lane throw-in to be taken by Joseph.
What I'm wondering right now is who's really playing in the midfield. I'm studying since Winchester came off. What's the midfield looking like right now?
Well, it looks George and Daniel definitely kind of pushed themselves back a little bit more. They seem to make a switch with Harry, leaving Harry a little bit on top. And Arthur would go in and assist. And it looks as though maybe they made a slight adjustment. They seem to have been playing 4-3-3 with Wahid coming on. A little bit more adds a little bit more defensive stability. Maybe they've gone to a 4-4-2.
Yeah, it looks so. With Richards and George holding down the midfield.
And that's a very good header won by Wahid. And the ball gets to George. George with a fantastic ball played out wide to Matthews. Matthews looks to play that ball in, but a little bit too hard.
Nice idea to play the low cross across the opposition's box.
Well, you can remember that the goal that Arthur scored came partly because of the low cross by, I think, was Harry.
Yeah. It's really working for Titans, the low cross.
And it's a goal kick for Golden Lane.
And you really see it in the modern game where they really use the low cross. They look the likes of Liverpool and Manchester City.
Yeah, it's a difficult cross to deal with. It's no defender really and truly wants to put their foot where the ball could literally go deflect off of them and end up in the back of their own net.
Yeah, it's a really tricky one to defend.
Ball with Cadiz. Cadiz plays this ball way to the opposite side of the field to Thomas, but the officials call offside. It seems as though the wind has been taken out of the sails of Golden Lane FC. I mean, they really gave a push early in the second half, and Warner literally made their lives difficult. Came up with save after save, including that last one where it was a double save. Harry has this ball.
Ooh, cheeky little nutmeg by Harry.
He's beginning. There's a little bit of showing off going here. Sebro had that ball and he lost it. And the ball's with Burnett. Burnett challenged by Richardson, and that ball is out of touch. It's a Titans ball. you have to give Titans credit for the way they have played this match. Prior to COVID actually happening, there was a word going around that Titans were playing really good football. I remember being up here for a couple of matches, and I think it was against Signal Hill, and they put Signal Hill to the sword. I think it was 4-1 or 5-1 or something like that.
Yeah, Titan, a really good team with a group of talented players who could really produce in big moments also.
And Braffett wins that challenge. Balls with KD's. KD's has really been a little bit of a spark, but maybe that spark could have worked in the first half. It hasn't had the same effect in this second half.
Yeah, that's why I question why KD's didn't start the match, but wasn't my decision. Good skill by Harry.
That's some good skill by Harry. Harry's looking for it, and it's a goal!
Fantastic football by Giant Titans.
That is pretty much your match. Fantastic skill.
Yeah, great skill by Harry.
It started from the clearance in the back. Harry kept himself on side, made the run.
Low cross across the goal for Arthur to finish.
Literally put the hat on the defender and played a fantastic cross. And at the end of the cross,
look at that skill.
Arthur with the finish. Second goal of the match. Well, you have to say the Titans, Jarek Titans, really stamped their authority on this match, and it's quite clear at this moment which team is the best team in this MORIAH Community Builders Football League.
And the score update for us is Titans 4, Cola 0.
Some fantastic football taking place here at the MORIAH Recreational Ground, and the crowd to match, and the viewership to match. And here we have a substitution. The number 20 coming on.
Williams coming on for
Tyrell Williams coming on for Sheldon Matthews.
He's put in a really good shift today.
And he got a goal. He's done well. He's literally done well. You can't fault his effort. And the corner comes in, and the header from Taylor takes a deflection, and it goes out for the corner on the far side of the field. I believe we might be at the 30-minute mark.
Yeah, just around 31 minutes going.
And here comes the crossing.
Deep one.
And Sebo tries to bring it back, and it's gone out for a goal kick. This has really and truly been a Jarek Titans lesson to Golden Lane FC in football. I mean, yes, they're young. You know, they're quite a few of the players are between the ages of 16 and I believe 20. But you really and truly you cannot fault their play. They have played really well. And there we see Richardson picking up a card on a tackle on Burnett. I think they actually tipped Burnett and pushed him up in the middle a little bit. He's almost on top for free kicks. And Shea Wahid has dropped off a bit to give some coverage. Kylan to Braffett to Wahid to George to Arthur. Arthur showing a bit of skill, having that ball to Richards, playing it wide, and there's a cross, and the goalkeeper collects it quite comfortably. Interesting throw, and Joseph has this ball, plays to Mahabal, and it's going for a throw-in.
Golden really hasn't used their experience over Titans.
Not at all. And George battling there with KDs, and he wins a free kick. I think a significant part of what we saw is Golden Lane's inability, one, with the diagonal ball, and two, they never really got to use the width of the field. Titans were literally forcing them inside, and it became their strong point as to how to combat Golden Lane. Golden Lane were never really able to utilize the spaces on the wings, and that literally played into the hands of Titans, who had players who were very quick, very fast, and very experienced actually. Quite a few of these players have played football at a reasonable level across the island, across the country.
It's a corner kick by Harry.
Harry with a good corner kick, good challenge by the number 4, Rodney. And Rodney again, he was in the middle of that, getting the header, and Warner picks up the through ball. This has really and truly been a fantastic display by Titans. They made Golden Lane pay for any slip up. It's 4-0. Here we go, Arthur with a shot. He goes over the crossbar. He had the opportunity for a hat-trick and puts it well over the crossbar.
Arthur with the opportunity to get a hat-trick, and he fluffed the chance.
Well, he has scored 2, so I guess he may look at that and say, well, you know what, I actually put 2 goals in the back of the net in a 4-0. Well, I scored half the goals, but, you know, a player of Arthur's caliber should probably have had 4 goals at least in this match.
Yeah.
Substitution being made. Harry coming off, and the number 21, Tamaki Lindsay, coming on.
Harry has done very well throughout this game, showing that he can play in the big games and compete and score also.
I think it's 1 goal and an assist he's had in this match. He's left his print on this match. Very, very, very well played, Harry. And it's a foul. Free kick for Golden Lane FC in a dangerous position. And we have Sebro standing over the ball for the free kick. Let's see what Golden Lane could muster up. This will, if it goes in, might just be simply a consolation goal. And the shot and the save. Warner again, safe hands, and a fantastic throw by Warner to Burnett. Burnett fighting George. George wins it, plays a fantastic ball down the far side. And Titans playing with a bit of maturity here, took it back. And this is going to be, is it going to be? Oh, he missed. Unbelievable. Arthur. The flag stayed down. Arthur, I think, was in a little bit of disbelief with the flag staying down. Kind of recomposed himself and promptly dispatched his shot onto the post.
For a player of his quality, he should really be putting this away.
The replay shows Arthur really and truly should have put that away. Burnett plays to Richards. Richards challenge from, I think that was Taylor Joseph. And Richardson trying to make the run through, and that's a tough pass. And Warner comes and picks it up, but it's offside.
Warner looking really solid today.
He's definitely been the difference in the second half. From with a 3-0 lead, Golden Lane came out in the second half and really tried to get that goal back, but Warner made some saves. Again, that critical save against KD's, I believe. The slightest of touches put it outside for a corner.
And he kept his team in the game.
Very much. He kept the Titans exactly where they should have been. And here we have another substitution.
Captain Daniel Richards
coming off and Maurice Stewart coming on. Well played by Richards. He has definitely been that glue that held the team together.
Yeah, I really like to see Richards play. When he plays, he controls the game and he makes the football look simple. Sometimes players are really credited for the dribbling and the skills and the goals, but take nothing away from Richards and his simple but effective style of play.
Very, very effective. And Richardson has the ball for Golden Lane. Taylor played it back to his goalkeeper. And Golden Lane living a little bit dangerously here. Richardson gets the ball, plays it, and Wahid with the header. And he's still trying to get an opportunity to put the ball in the back of the net. But Titans are not allowing Golden Lane the opportunity. That ball goes out for a throw-in.
And Richard, I feel Titans still got a goal or two in them.
Joseph with a save again. Sorry, not Joseph, Warner with a save again. He has really had a fantastic second half. Titans, yes, they were up 3-0, but Warner really performed very well in this second half. If it wasn't for Warner, the game would have definitely been different.
Yes, Richard, great save there by Warner. Over the years, he's really developed as a player.
Very good goalkeeper. Seems to be coming into his own now as he plays with Titans. And I think the referee signaled 1 minute of stoppage. So we could safely say that Jarek Titans has done their duty. They have performed incredibly well. They took it to Golden Lane FC and literally played them off the park. The 4-0 score, it could have been a little bit closer if Golden Lane had converted some of their opportunities. But let's give credit where credit is due. Jarek Titans came out in the first half and really took it to Golden Lane. And it wasn't even close at the end of the match.
Richard, I wanted to decide on a man of the match for the game today.
Wow. Oh wow, that's a tough one. Harry started it off. He got a goal and an assist. Adriel George, he would have gotten at least, I think, 2 assists in the match. Arthur has 2 goals in the match. It's a hard pick. I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna have to leave it to you. Yeah. This is a difficult man of the match pick for I think anybody, to be really honest.
You really see all the players putting in a real shift today and working really hard, and really a lot of outstanding players like Quincy Winchester. He's off now, but you can see the work that he puts in. I'm gonna go with.
And that's your final whistle, Jarek Titans.
Yes, folks, the final.
I'm gonna go with Quincy Winchester as the man of the match, just because of the way that he drives his team forward in the midfield, winning the ball back, being first to the ball, and being aggressive and really wanting it.
So I'm fairly certain you would have a few arguments if you spoke to quite a few other persons here. Because let's be honest, Jarek Titans really and truly simply played Golden Lane FC off the park tonight. It was a display of football that maybe we could look forward to some of these players in the future having professional careers, or maybe going off to university scholarships or whatnot. They really simply went on the field and did the job. Congrats to Jarek Titans. Congrats to the management and staff of the Jarek Titans team. Your champions of the MORIAH Community Builders League men's tournament, Jarek Titans, as they beat Golden Lane FC 4-0. Well done, Jarek Titans.
Yeah, one of them.
And we can see the trophy table being brought out. I'm sure Jarek Titans will be savoring this victory. Incredible performance. And this is a team that where the players are essentially between the ages of 16 and 20 or 21. That's a very good performance against a very experienced Golden Lane FC team.
Yeah, they took the game to Golden Lane. And they were really confident in their style of play. And it really worked for them. Celebrations there by the Titans players.
And well deserved, very well deserved by Titans. And we also have to give credit to the officials. The officials did not allow the game to get out of hand. They allowed football to play. And to be honest, I think football won today with the kind of performance that came out of Jarek Titans here today. Fantastic football here. Again, Jarek Titans, your MORIAH Community Builders League men's tournament champions, as they beat Golden Lane FC 4-0. Goals from Jaheim Harry, Sherlon Matthews, and a double from Jari Alata. And prior to that, in the women's final, Eastside beat Tobago Chicas 2-0. So in a few minutes we'll have the trophy presentation.
Some viewers might be sorry for Golden Lane, but they really didn't look convincing when it comes to converting their chances.
Yeah, they were honestly taken to task. They were taken to task in the first half. There was no recovery in the second half. I can't say enough about the goalkeeper for Titans, Warner. He came up with save after save after save when it was absolutely necessary to make a save. And he really and truly made it very difficult. I mean, the entire back line made it difficult. But, you couldn't help but recognize that if it wasn't for some good goalkeeping, Titans may have been in a bit of trouble, early in the second half.
Yeah, I know you also being an ex-goalkeeper will be really proud of
Yeah, of course. I mean, this is kind of what you're looking for out of our youth, and it's not just the goalkeeper's performance. You look at the entire Titans team, and it was a fantastic performance. It was from top to bottom. You could see that they were rehearsing, they trained, they came prepared. When in the semi-final, they came prepared as well. They made sure that on the night where they needed to be the best that they could be, they were the best that they could be, and the scoreline really and truly says it all. Everybody played their part. Fantastic effort by the Titans. So we're just waiting for the trophy presentation.
Everything is on put on like that shit.
Testing.
Hey, this working.
Tell me, hear me?
Yeah.
You good?
And we're back. And the award ceremony is about to begin. Yes, and we're back. The award ceremony has begun. Kimika Forbes, best goalkeeper in the women's side of the tournament. Kimika Forbes, our national goalkeeper, played for Wildcats. And here we have one of the most goals, Cyan Leander. Most disciplined team, Tobago Chicas. We need a different setup. Trophy being received by Miss N. Jamil Charles. Yeah. And now we have the third place team in the women's competition, Jewels SC. And now we have second place in the women's competition, Tobago Chicas. They played a hard-fought final. Unfortunately, came out on the losing end to a 2-0 win by Eastside Wildcats. And now coming up to receive their first place trophy, Eastside Wildcats. And here's the coach for Eastside Wildcats going up. Job well done.
Eastside Wildcats, the female winners of the MORIAH Community Builders League.
Eastside Wildcats well deserved with their victory in with their victory in the final. And here we have the trophy and prizes being awarded to the head coach of Eastside Wildcats. Again, job well done by the Wildcats. Performed very well. The most consistent female football team in the MORIAH Community Builders League tournament. And now we'll move on to the men's tournament.
Calling out Jariel Atta, most goal.
And there we have it, Jariel Arthur of Jarek Titans, most goals in the men's tournament. He's been a fantastic player, hasn't he?
Yeah, done really well throughout the tournament, scoring a lot of goals and really making his team look good.
And 2 goals in the finals. You can't argue with that.
Yeah.
And Mr. Kareem Warner, best goalkeeper also of Jarek Titans. A fantastic performance, especially in the second half. And some phenomenal saves. Was really and truly the rock of the team in the second half.
Yeah, he deserved a lot of credit.
Most disciplined team, Castara FC.
Most disciplined team.
Not sure if there's anyone here to collect, but it seems so. Yes, there's an individual here to collect for most disciplined. I think this has been a very good tournament. We've seen some good football, good discipline. Castara, well done.
Player of the tournament goes to Jariel Atta.
And here we have player of the tournament goes to Mr. Jariel Arthur. Again, one of the marquee players of this tournament, and he showed it again this evening with a double in the final.
Yeah, winning another award there, Jariel. Really a player for the future.
At this rate, he may actually go home with everything.
The champion team. The big trophy. The champion team.
Now, do you think after the performances of Jarek Titans this year, if you had to think of a team that might, if they came in the league or if they're in the league, compete and possibly challenge for the men's crown, who you think? Which team you think might have that opportunity? I know Mahous is in a little bit of a name change. I think they're going to be North Side All Stars soon. But do you think that Mahous is going to be the team that maybe dethrones Jarek Titans, or do you think that Golden Lane will come out a little bit more hungrier, a little bit more wiser to the competition that was here this year?
Well, I think Mahous is a really good team with a good bunch of players. Golden Lane also looking one of the more established teams, and that we expect to compete every year and reach in the top 4 and win something. But Mahous, they look like a team that could really threaten Titans and really probably win the trophy next year.
I think I've been watching Mahous over the past few years, and you can see that the team is just almost on that edge. It's there, kind of ready to jump over that edge into being champions. But I know there's some work to be done. You all came a little bit closer this year as compared to last year. I expect big things out of Mahous / Northside All Stars in the future.
Yeah, things really beginning to click for Mahous there. And they just missed out on the final this year to Golden Lane. Playing a good style of football. I really want to encourage them to strive for more in the upcoming year and seasons to come.
Well, I know if things continue going the way they're going, there's going to be some good football coming out of this north side area. Golden Lane was there, Mahous was there. They did really well. So, we're looking for big things. 3rd place on the men's side of the tournament, Mahous, Mason All Sports and Soccer School. Well, like I said, they're in the process of a little bit of a name change, and the uniforms that they had in the semi-final and the 3rd place will actually show that they are serious about making progressive changes on in the north side of Tobago.
Yeah, interesting fact is also that Titans and Mahous draw. They was actually in the same group, and the game that they played, they was actually drawn. They actually drew the game. It was actually a last-minute comeback by Titans.
So what are you saying? Come next year, we should look for a Northside All-Star versus Jarek Titans final. I mean,
I don't want to jinx it.
Well, we're looking for some of these things to happen. I mean, the football played. You can see the youth coming up. You can see the youth learning from their experiences, and as we said last year, it wasn't the same for Mahous, but this year got to the semi-final and won 3rd place. So congrats to Mahous on some significant improvements to their performances from last year to this year. And of course, we're looking for big things coming out of them in the next couple of years as well.
So Richard, you are responsible for the 2nd and 1st place.
And they're about to announce second place. Golden Lane FC, beaten finalists with a final score of 4-0. I'm sure they're going to look at that score and they're going to think, okay, where did we go wrong? This should not have happened, but you know, they got all the way to the final, so congratulations to them. But I'm fairly certain they're going to want to have a much better performance come next year.
Yeah, Golden Lane always one of them teams that always dominant throughout the tournaments, and you just naturally expect them to be in and around the big names, and also with big name players, and you know, and really good players like TJ and the midfielder.
And they're looking for a representative for Golden Lane FC. Guessing if there's no representative, they'll just move on to first place.
Representative from Golden Lane FC, please come forward.
And here comes the representative for Golden Lane FC to collect the team's second place award and prizes. With Mr. Richard McFarlane distributing the prizes for second and first place.
First place winner of the MORIAH football tournament goes to Jarek Titans.
And here we have the champions of the MORIAH Community Builders Football League men's tournament. Jarek Titans with Captain Daniel Richards collecting the championship trophy and the cash prizes. Very impressive. Very impressive. Jarek Titans did incredibly well. 4-0 victory over Golden Lane FC to be crowned champions. Congratulations to Jarek Titans. Congratulations also to Eastside Wildcats, the men's and women's champions respectively for 2020.
Yeah, and Titans came first place in their group and they carried that same form into the knockout.
And did exactly what they were supposed to do. And you really and truly can't, there's very little that you could say that isn't positive about the performance of Jarek Titans. They came in, they played good football, they were young, but quite a few players were very experienced, led by Mr. Adriel George, national football player, Jahim Harry, national call-up for futsal, national senior team futsal. Kylan Braffett would have been in the national pool of players. Shea Waheed would have been in the national pool of players as well, in the under 15 age group with Adriel George. And Quincy Winchester, unfortunately he got injured, but performed very, very well throughout the tournament. Jarrell Arthur, top goal scorer in the competition and league MVP. and then you have so many other pieces to the puzzle. The goalkeeper, crowned goalkeeper of the tournament. Fantastic effort by Jarek Titans. We'll have to see if we could get someone to do a very quick interview before we sign off here. You are up here in MORIAH Community Builders League, and we're coming off to a close here, but before we close off, we're gonna try and get a couple interviews with some of the players. So we'll be back shortly to get these interviews. Stay tuned. You are watching MORIAH Community Builders Football League here on TSL. All right, we're back on Tobago Sports Live. We're here with the champion team, Jarek Titans, champions for the MORIAH Community Builders League in 2020. And as we are looking here, we have our captain, the team's captain, Mr. Daniel Richards. Daniel Richards, how are you this evening?
I'm fine. I'm feeling very good right about now. I feel like I could go man pop 2 champagne.
No champagne for you. What do you think about your team's performance today? You all seem very focused from before the match all the way to the final whistle.
We had a magnificent game. Everybody was calm, composed, and we played to our strengths and we came out victorious. It was all our game plan.
And that started off with a goal from Mr. Jaim Harry. A very well taken goal, and as one of my as my commentator said, with his weaker foot. Let's go to Mr. Jarrell Arthur, this goal scorer. 2 goals today, but you could have had more, right?
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think about the team's performance today?
Well, it was good, very good. We come out and we execute.
And that's exactly what it looked like. You all look like a very committed bunch. Let's go to the goalkeeper of the tournament, Mr. Warner. Mr. Warner, how are you today?
Excellent.
Now, in the first half, you didn't have a lot to do, but in the second half, you had to pull off quite a few saves. What did you think was the reason for you actually being able to pull off all these saves?
All the hard work putting in training.
Right, and that's training with the boys as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's training with the boys as well. But Jarek Titans, you've done very well. Congratulations. Let's see a little bit of a celebration from Jarek Titans. And that's it here. Jarek Titans, your 2020 champions for the MORIAH Community Builders League. All right, and we're back here at the MORIAH Recreational Ground. We just witnessed two fantastic finals. Eastside Wildcats winning the women's division, beating Tobago Chicas 2-0. And then Jarek Titans finishing off Golden Lane with an emphatic 4-0 win. I am Richard Goddard alongside Amari Allen. Amari, what was your first stint doing commentary on Tobago Sports Live?
Yeah, it was good. I like the atmosphere and everything down here, and the professionality.
Yeah, it was definitely well run. Tobago Sports Live, as usual, doing a fantastic job bringing Tobago sports to the forefront. It's been a long process, I know, for Tobago Sports Live, but you really and truly can't fault the efforts that they've put in. Any closing thoughts putting into the tournament that has been, and maybe something to look forward to in the future, Amari?
This tournament has always been a exciting tournament that you come on and watch. Good, exciting football, attacking football, different types of play, different types of teams, older teams, younger teams, you know. And in the future, we're looking forward to see different winners. You know, every year we don't want to see the same winner. We want to see more teams really try to compete and you know. Yeah, looking forward to that.
Right, and I agree. I'm looking forward to more teams and increasing in the performance of the teams, and just, you know, overall better performances, and the growth of this MORIAH Community Builders football tournament. It's been a fantastic tournament over the past few years, and I see them growing from strength to strength. So well done to the MORIAH Community Builders. We're about to sign off. It's been a fantastic evening of football. The atmosphere was incredible. The supporters, they came from far and wide. Teams would have come from all the way from Speyside, Mount St. George, Panman FC, I believe, with strong Bonaccord, Canaan Bonaccord connection. It was definitely a league that was absolutely worth the while being a part of, and I would expect that come next year, you know, God's willing, everything will work out even better for the MORIAH Community Builders Football League. On behalf of Tobago Sports Live, I am Richard Goddard, and
I'm Amari Allen.
We'd like to say thank you all very much for paying attention, coming in, tuning into the program online, and we hope to see and to hear from you all concerning the program, and look out for more. There's the basketball, 3v3 basketball tournament coming up shortly, and we're working on some other things, including futsal being brought to the island of Tobago in a big way, right? So Again, thank you all very much. Have a good night. Be safe on the roads. Take care, and we'll see you soon.